Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay with that quarantine still. On Vibe Time with Jerry last night, I did a segment on crystals, and I said that I was going to do a follow-up live video, but it's better for me to really do it on YouTube. So I said that I was going to go over some of these stones, or at least the ones that I went over last night. So anyway, in case people don't know, because some people are into their crystals, they know their crystals, and some people are just getting started with crystals. So, smoky quartz. Last night, that was one of the first stones I touched on. I said that was one of the first stones I purchased. So, this right here is a piece of smoky quartz. It's a tower, because remember I said some stones are raw, some stones are tumbled, some stones are cut. So, this is a cut piece of smoky quartz, and it is, like I said, the cooperation stone. So this is good if you're wanting to, do some grounding. If you want to release some of your insecurities and negative emotions, this would be the stones, this particular crystal to have. It's also good for people that are going through detox, and it's good for electromagnetic energy, some of the EMF waves that people are getting, because some people are very, very super sensitive to that. So this would be a good stone to have. It's a very gentle stone. It's not something that's overpowering. And like I said last night, when you start to learn more about stones and you start to handle stones a little bit more, then you're going to understand what I mean based on, the energies of stones and how they feel. So this one absorbs negative energy out of the body, and it can help eliminate the digestive tract. That's some of the things that I went over last night. If you're going through chemotherapy, this would be one of the stones to have. So, smoky quartz. And I'm reading off a note, so, because it's a lot. Carnelian. See how orange that is? It's one of my favorite stones. This one, it has a pack. It's just packed with energy. I don't care even if you rinse it, or even if you don't cleanse it or rinse it, it still has that same energy to it. It's an awesome stone. I love this stone. It's the stone of motivation, leadership, and creativity. This is like one of the second crystals that I remember purchasing, because I was just drawing to it. But this goes to your sacral or your root chakra, carnelian. It also helps to control the flow of energy, and it's a good crystal if you're looking to encourage things like self-expression. If you're moving towards new projects or new goals, this would be the stone that you want to carry with you. It also helps you to trust more in yourself and your perceptions. So this will also help ground you, and like I said, it's a very calming stone. Now, this right here is a tumbled stone, but I also have carnelian in a necklace form, which I wear more so in the summertime. I don't know why. My orange colors I pick more so in the summer and like fall months, I guess, if you will. I don't know. But you can either wear it or put it in your pocket. And like I said last night, it's more of a feminine stone. So for people that, have issues with their cycles, not to get all personal, but we're all adults here. This would be a good stone to carry with you, because it helps with the female track, if you will. So this would be a good stone to have in that collection. So when that comes, then you just carry that with you. And like I said, once you're able to pick up the energies of stones, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Money stone, see that? Citrine, beautiful raw piece of citrine. Like I said, I handle crystals pretty much every day. It's golden in color, as you can see, and it is good for your solar plexus chakra. It can also be used to activate your crown chakra as well. And it really is a must-have for beginners, because it just radiates positive energy, which I think is something that all of us need right now because of what's going on with having to stay at home, which I hope people, are adhering to that and staying at home, because the more we follow, I guess, what we're supposed to do, then maybe this stuff will clear up quicker. I don't know, but anyway, this will help boost your emotions and thoughts, and it can also promote a person if they're in a new business, or it's even good for your own work or personal space. They call it the abundant stone. Um, and it also attracts success, and it raises your self-esteem, and it can also help eliminate fears. It can also help you concentrate. So when you're trying to get focused and your mind is thinking of something else or somebody else, you want to put that in your hand and, just hold it, and you can feel the energy off of these stones, or at least I can. But like I said, the more you handle stones, the more you'll be able to do that. You can also put it on a grid and stick some dollar bills under it and just send intentions to it, for 30 days. So it can manifest quickly. So you want to, be careful what you're manifesting, because it may not be something you want to manifest right then and there. And you always have to have good intentions when you're manifesting things. If you're manifesting something out of greed, it ain't going to happen. Rose quartz, it's my favorite stone. That was gifted to me a long time ago. But this is a rose quartz heart that my girlfriend gave to me, a co-worker of mine did. And this is the stone of love. It's for your heart chakra. And this stone takes on a lot, along with my other stones I have upstairs. But I left those upstairs because they're still trying to heal from whatever. I guess what I was putting it through, I put it through quite a bit. But it removes negative energy from the body is what it does. And it can help attract a relationship, or it can help you with one that you're currently in. It's good for people that are going through breast cancer treatments, whether it's men or women, because like I said last night, men get breast cancer too. It's not just women, but it's good for those type of treatments. And it's just an excellent support crystal all the way around. So like I said, it does remove negative energy from the body. And it's a good stone to give somebody, or if you're working on something that deals with compassion, it's a stone that you want to have. And, just instantly putting this on my heart, because I'm going through, a couple of things right now. One of them, I guess, is having to stay at home and not being able to get out like I normally get out. It's not in my nature. And then, of course, I'm struggling with a couple other little things. And this is kind of helping me ground that. I just wish they could make decisions for you, because I have decisions that I'm going to have to make that's going to affect a lot of people here in the future. But if you're doing shadow work, or if you're doing things like that, you're looking deep within, because shadow work requires you to do that. You see me roll my eyes, right? Oh, shadow work. You want to have this crystal handy, because it'll help you deal with those emotions. Like I told y'all before, shadow work is when you're going deep within and you're looking at yourself and not everybody else, because your feeling is your feeling. So if there's a feeling of insecurity, it's your feeling and not somebody else's. Does that make sense? So you got to look deep within, and that's very, very hard to do, but it must be done in order to grow. So this right here is also a very high vibrational stone, and it's also a strong feminine energy, and it is a good, strong stone. This stone is also good for pets, and it's good for people, children, people's kids. So that's also a good stone to, have in the collection. It's pretty, no? Let's see, lapis. I know I'm missing one stone, so I'm going to have to go get it. Lapis. I don't know if y'all can see there's gold inclusions in this one. Trying to find, you can't, it won't zoom in enough, I don't think, for you to be able to see the gold inclusions in it. But there's lapis, and then there's like, I'm going to move away from here. I had some sodalite, I may have sold it. You can tell the difference. You can tell the differences. See, that is sodium. Look, if you put them side by side, you can tell that this one is a deeper blue than this one. This is a piece of sodalite. This is a piece of lapis. It's a way deeper blue than sodalite is. Both of them are for your throat chakra. But lapis was is still more of a sought out stone, because that stone, I'm just going to stick it there for some reason. That stone was a very sought after stone, because it's considered like the stone, of royalty. People used it, looked at it that way. So this stone right here, you would put it on your heart chakra, or excuse me, your throat chakra, and, just lay it there for a while. It helps you take control of your life, because sometimes with things going on, we feel so out of control with stuff, or you feel like that you don't have a grip on your life, and that's what this helps you do. And it helps you to improve your judgment as well. So it also will boost your creativity. And like I said, it's been one of the most sought out stones in history because of the symbolism, because what it symbolizes, which is royalty, honor, and power. So it is a universal symbol for wisdom and truth, and it stands for good luck. It can also help with your negative thoughts, and it can turn them into positive thoughts. So if you suffer from not being able to go to sleep, this would be the stone to have under your pillow, or you can wear it. So lapis, there's the little gold inclusions. Amethyst, that's an amethyst cluster. Amethyst is one of my favorite stones. I've got a bigger piece, but it's just one of my favorite stones. It's a good mediator stone. Like I said, when I used to work in probation, I would put this on my desk because people would, they would come in angry, and of course nobody wants to be on probation, but you landed yourself there. But this stone would kind of diffuse people's anger, if you will, when they came in. I like it because it does vibrate at a high vibration frequency, but it's at the same time, it's calming. I don't know how to explain that. It does have a lot of healing properties for people, let's say that, or if somebody's going through the process of addiction and they're trying to, I'm going to pick my phone up, if they're trying to get through the process of addiction, that's one of the stones that a person should have. I think that's my tiger's eye. Yeah. Or cat's eye, but it has the same type of occlusions in it anyway. But anyway, so amethyst is also a very popular stone, and it's one of the most sought out stones as well. So amethyst, you will see me quite often. I'll just sit there and hold that. If it's good for migraine headaches, it's good for stress. And I mean, it's almost like an instant reliever when you're, feeling any type of anxiety or stress or just out of place, feeling off balance. This would be a good stone to have. It's good to have it in your personal space. I mean, I have it everywhere. I have it as bracelets. I keep loose amethyst stones everywhere. Like I said, it is absolutely one of my favorites. And every so often, you'll just see me. I'll even post a picture of it planted on my forehead. So it is one of my favorite stones. Clear quartz. Amethyst. I have some points somewhere. They're upstairs, but this right here is clear quartz. This is like one of the most highest vibrational stones. If you're manifesting, if you're trying to set intentions, this would be the stone to use to do that. And when I'm setting intentions, I just kind of hold it in the palm of my hand and set my intentions on what I want. And, or what my desires are, if you will. And I just hold it. And it will transmit and receive messages back from the universe. So if you're wanting to receive messages from the universe, then you need to be quiet and listen. And that takes a lot of concentration to be able to do that. But you do it over time. You know what I mean? It's not something that you just learn to do overnight. These things take time, and it takes daily maintenance. So clear quartz is the master stone. It is one for your crown chakra. It's one of the most adaptable stones that there is. It has some very, very powerful healing properties to it. It can amplify your energy, which I need right now. And if you're setting intentions with it, like I said, this is the crystal to use right here. And you do have to keep it cleansed because this crystal the clear quartz absorbs a lot. So it is one that constantly has to be cleansed because of that. It can also connect you with your angels. So, a lot of people, they cross their legs when they meditate. And people have asked me this, to be honest with y'all. I just sit on my couch, or I'll sit down here and I have my hands down, down on my legs, and I just close my eyes because I really can't sit, Indian style anymore, because I have a back injury to my back, so I can't do that anymore. So both feet have to be planted on the ground. If you're laying down, don't cross your legs, because all that, it messes up the energy. So make sure that your feet are firmly planted on the ground. Don't cross your legs because, like I said, it disrupts the energy. If you're going to be laying in bed doing something, you can do that too. Just make sure that your legs are not crossed, because people have a tendency to do that. Don't do that. It's also bad for your back, just to let you know that if people are out there crossing their legs. My neurosurgeon told me never to cross my legs again like that, because it messes up your lower back. It will protect you against people that that are not meant well for you. And like I said, it does transmit and receive energy. So I like this stone because if I'm feeling anxious, because I get anxious sometimes, or overwhelmed, it just clears everything instantly. That's why I like it so much. So tiger's eye. This is another popular sought out stone because of how it is. It's just so mesmerizing. It almost looks like it's a 3D stone, right? This stone is really good for kids, but it's brown and yellow, and it is also banded. So this one is used for solar plexus chakra, and it actually helps to support the lower 3 chakras. It's good for grounding, and it will ground you to the earth's energy. It is another popular stone, and that's because some of the unusual patterns it has. This right here is a tumbled one. It can calm a person in a hectic moment. So if you're over anxious, this would be a stone to carry because it just calms you. It also helps to amplify the energy around you. So if you need to read, there's a lot of people out there that astral travel. If you do that, this right here will help you refocus when you come back from that. So, and like I said, with my clients that, bring their children over here a lot for Reiki, I recommend this stone quite a bit, that or amethyst, because they're just good for children, and they're really good for teens too. It's not an overbearing stone. You don't want stuff that's overbearing. Let's see, green jade. I have another piece of jade upstairs, but I just grabbed this one first. Green jade, it is one of my favorite stones because it does ground the heart chakra. You can always get bracelets and just hold them in your hands. It's green in color, and it is considered the lucky stone. It's considered a stone of prosperity and happiness, and it also can create emotional and physical states, positive emotional and physical states. It's not a heavy energy for your heart chakra. I think one of the most heaviest stones out there that's for your heart chakra to me is ammonite, which I have that upstairs. Like I said, that's still in quarantine. I'm still trying to get the energy back up into it because I killed those stones by accident. It's a very nourishing stone, and in other countries, jade is believed to be a stone of good fortune, and it also wards off bad luck. So jade is just a nice stone all the way around. I've got other pieces of it. This right here is green aventurine. I do have it in loose, but it's a little teeny tiny piece of loose stone. This right here, it's funny because this necklace I had made for somebody else and they never bought it. But I'm glad that they didn't, because this particular stone right here, really, really, if I am feeling overwhelmed or if I'm hurt by someone or something, this is my go-to necklace. When you see me wearing it, I won't lie, that I'm going through something. If you see me wearing something like that, then somebody has wronged me, and I'm trying to balance that heart chakra. And instantly when I put it on, you know how sometimes you get that stress in your heart because people, can be jerks, sometimes, and you get that stress on your heart chakra. This instantly lifts it. I mean, like nobody's business. So it's an instant heart chakra clearer. I love this necklace. It helps you to reconnect. So green aventurine is a good crystal. It's also, like I said, good if you're working on your heart chakra. It also helps the liver, lungs, and sinuses. So you can get green aventurine to help loosen up your negativity and energy blockages, and it does. Sometimes anger is stuck in the heart. I won't say with me that anger stuck in my heart. Hurt is, though. Sometimes hurt is stuck there, and so I have to use this aventurine to help break that up, because we don't want stuck emotions anywhere, because it's going to make you sick. But people are so unpredictable. It does help with things. It's an anti-inflammatory, and it does help with skin eruptions, allergies, migraines, and it does soothe your eyes. Green aventurine will also connect you to the divine. If you sit quietly and hold it for about a good 20 minutes and close your eyes, you just basically let that positive energy flow to you, and it does work, you know, then you'll see what I'm talking about as far as the positive flow, because you can feel that energy. So it's my go-to. Love it. Hematite. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's kind of like a shiny black metallic. It's a very powerful stone, and it does absorb a lot of stuff too, a lot of energy that particular stone absorbs. So it does govern your root chakra, and it's the stone for the mind. When you're working with crystals, it is important to be emotionally stable. Same thing with the pendulum. People say pendulums lie. I don't know if y'all use pendulums. I do. But I've had people say they lied. No, they didn't. When you're asking it questions, you can't be in an emotional state, because if you're in an emotional state, you're not going to get the answers you're looking for. You cannot be emotionally attached to an outcome for a pendulum to work. Well, it's the same thing, you know, when you're working with stones. You want to be in a good emotional state when you're starting to work with your stones. It is it does help remove things like stress and worry. It does help you with mental clarity. It's a good stone for grounding, and it'll help you to remain positive around people that are negative. So if you're around that type of environment, or vampire suckers, you know, then this would be the stone to carry with you. Make sure that it does have to have skin contact. So when you get it, make sure that it's able to contact with your skin. I got a lot of bracelets with hematite, but you do want to be careful when you're, like I said yesterday, diabetic or on a you know what I'm trying to say, defibrillator, couldn't even say that. Diabetes, you know, pacemakers, you got to watch it with those, and particularly if they're magnetic. And you'll know, because hematite, that's magnetic, you know, magnets to everything. So just be careful, and, you know, make sure it's not one of those type of stones. So anyway, this is one of I talked about this yesterday, pyramids. See that? That's when I'm, you know, trying to do some direct work or focusing on one thing. I put this a lot of times up here, you know, so that I can get those messages back to and from the universe. So anyway, as far as cleansing your crystals, y'all, selenite. Some people don't know what selenite does. Some people don't know what selenite looks like, so let me show you that. Selenite right here, see that? This is a stone right here. You don't want to get wet, because it will dissolve if you get it wet. So that's something you don't want to really put in your water, because you'll dissolve that stone. Let me go walk around here and see, because a lot of my stuff is upstairs. Let me see. I got this. That's carnelian too. I thought I had a piece of desert rose down here, but I don't think I do. Desert rose is another one. No, I don't. Desert rose is another stone you don't want to put in water. All that stuff is upstairs. Got every other stone down here except for that one. It's made out of wind and sand, so that's another stone that you don't want to, like, put in the water either. And you got to be careful of the labradorite and stuff like that. But maybe eventually I'll do a part 2 of crystals, because the intent for this was just to kind of, you know, give y'all an idea what to start your collection with, because like I said, some people have a collection of stones and some people don't. If you're just starting out with crystals, I mean, it can be very, very overwhelming. So you want to kind of start off slow and just see what resonates with you. I mean, you don't have to buy up the whole store. There are several, you know, crystal shops. You know, again, make sure that your stones are not all thrown together in one loop, because they need to be separated. They can easily scratch. And always remember, bigger doesn't always mean better. You know, so, you know, like I talked about last night, as far as cleansing crystals and things like that, you got to be careful. You know, there are certain crystals, such as the amethyst, that you really can't put out in direct sunlight. Now, sometimes I will lay it in a flower pot outside, but it's not sitting in direct sunlight, because it will fade if you do that. So anyway, I hope this helps out a lot. Y'all start your crystal collection. If you should have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I hope that y'all have a great day, and thanks for your support with Vibe Time with Jerry. Take care.